Meantime, back here for the third time in 2 months, the Bexar County Jail released someone who should have remained behind bars. Today, Sheriff Salazar says the official over the jail is on leave as this case is investigating. Eyewitness News reporter Aaron Wright tells us what the sheriff now hopes to fix.
It was clear that we still haven't gotten a handle on that, so I was very frustrated with that.
That's how Sheriff Salazar summed up the latest incident involving an inmate being accidentally released from the Bexar County Jail. Saturday, 26-year-old Tarek McCoy was released without a GPS monitor. McCoy was picked up Sunday without incident. Back in December, a clerical error allowed Gilbert Lopez to walk out of jail. Last month, Ricardo Mojaca was accidentally released while in jail on a hold from Immigration and Customs Enforcement. Salazar says they've identified the problems that led to those mistakes.
Officer negligence, I'll be honest, let's call it what it is, officer negligence and lack of supervisory oversight. We need to be checking people's paperwork before they leave the jail. That's inexcusable. That's a basic tenet of what we do.
The cause of this weekend's incident is under investigation, and Jail Administrator Deputy Chief Ruben Vela is on leave as a result. Vela is the third jail administrator to leave the post since Salazar took office 2 years ago. Salazar explained today there are 2 investigations into this incident. One by Internal Affairs to explain what happened, and another called an internal audit to determine if any rule changes are necessary to prevent this from happening again.
So were they complied with, and then do they need to be changed at all? Are we abiding by that, or do we need to make changes to it?
Aaron Wright, KENS 5 Eyewitness News.